I'm not a great actor, I'll be very honest.
My father said you have to enjoy your own company.
There will come a time, at least for me, after 25 years, you don't remember who you are.
But if somebody was asking what was the one adjective you'll give for Alia, I want people to use the word magical.
I don't use shampoo and soap, I'm just naturally...
So guys, let's start with a comparison. As odious as that might be, Alia, you're 23. You've done 8 films in 4 years. All have been successes except for one. You've done, I think, 8 endorsements, roughly?
No.
No? More? Much more?
How many endorsements have I done? Can a birdie tell me?
Between 8 and 12 kar lete na.
Round up. And according to, I mean, I have no way of knowing this, but you're apparently paid like over a crore per endorsement. You've just bought a house that actually looks pretty staggering. Have you seen this?
Oh,
Mashallah.
God.
How pretty is this, yeah?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's
It's
do a
gorgeous.
housewarming party.
Look at this. Look at the shoes.
I have more.
These are not my shoes.
I have more
I mean, they are
my
some
shoes.
of them mine.
And of course, the living room. Fabulous. This is the living room?
It's a part of the living room.
It's a part of the living room. Just beautiful.
This
Okay.
is my one award over there.
Why not?
It's very nice. They'll come.
Yeah,
They'll
they'll come.
Lots more.
And
For that, I think this cupboard is small. You should make a bigger cupboard.
And you're 23. In which Annie gives it those ones.
Oh, wow.
This was the first film he did.
I was exposing even then.
You were, and directed by Pradeep Krishan, written of course by Arundhati Roy, who called it lunatic fringe cinema. And you know, you had 2 scenes in which you actually got a line.
They threw me out of the film.
I know. I know.
Why?
They didn't throw you out. They just didn't give you the biggest part.
No, I was doing the biggest part. They rehearsed with me. I mean, I have to say, before I say that, everything I knew about facing a camera was because of Pradeep, because that's the first time I faced a camera and they did workshops with us. You know, those people who do workshops for teaching acting and all, serious filmmakers. So he did that, and then I did a role called Mankind, which was a nice running role, not the lead role. Arjun had it. Arjun was my school senior, fantastic actor. So I was very happy with it. Then last day, the real Mankind, who was based on, came from some architecture school. So Arundhati told me, वो असली वाला आ गया है, तो तुम चले जाओ. So अच्छा मेरे ना ऐसे बाल भी बढ़ गए थे, 70s 60s की थी, दाढ़ी भी बड़ी हुई थी उस वक्त. So I said what? He said yeah, वो तुम्हारा ना ये role कर देते हैं. And they gave me a role of I think a gay character in the film. I said yeah, okay. And obviously it wasn't what I had prepared for. So I went home and I shaved and came and cut my hair. They said, what have you done? I said that was for Mankind. This is for the gay character and all. So they were a little disturbed. I didn't want to work with them. But then I did these 2 roles. One, I'm, I think, relieving myself in a bathroom and doing a scene. And for some reason, my hand is broken, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't explain why.
Yeah.
But your first film didn't even release till you were 27.
Oh, this didn't release?
No, this was on TV.
Good.
So obviously, 2 very different journeys. Is there any downside to getting so much so soon?
To be honest, I mean, this was one-off, and I really appreciate what happened with me here. A lot of learning experience, but once I came to Mumbai, or even when I went on television, to be really honest, I will never romanticize my struggle, because I can only romanticize the fact that I'm motherless and fatherless. There's no other hardship I faced in my life. And that also wasn't hard, to be honest. God has been very kind. I did 1 television series and I was a star overnight, to be really honest. I mean, I can't, I came to Mumbai, I signed 5 films in 1 day, couple of them released, the 3rd one released. I was a huge star with Divana and followed up with Bazigar. So I also really didn't have the kind of, that, oh, is there a downside to it? I'm here 25 years later. Obviously, there's no downside to it.
No, but she's got so much more, much earlier.
I will fight with you. I had as much.
And
Yes,
more,
I
I feel.
No, but tell me, Alia, do you ever feel, you talk in interviews about feeling like you peaked too early. Is that a truth? Can that be something? No,
I don't think that. Honestly, I feel like people say that to me more than I think that. I actually don't even feel like I've peaked or anything. I feel like whatever's happening is happening. And they're good. If bad things will happen, it'll be bad.
No, I think, can I just clarify this, because this is asked to you so often now, because I also said you've become too good too soon. I'll tell you what, our expectations of actors have somehow come down a bit. So we expect an actor or an actress to be, itna bhi hoga na. Somebody used to tell me when I joined the film industry, 40-50% na audience maaf kar deti hai gandi acting bhi pehli film mein, which should not be true. So I think in Alia's case, what happened is we were expecting X amount of goodness as an actor or a star. I think we have just been surprised in the last 4 years with the amount she has to offer. So we are assuming she's too good too soon.
I think there might be much more.
A lot more to offer. You know, it's like if she's, it's like Usain Bolt. You know, the first race he ran, he had never run before, but he did under 10, and he's still going on doing it under 9 or whatever. So the point is, I think it's not a question of has she peaked? I think she just started, and her start is really good. I mean, she's good off the blocks. We have to assume she's going to be really good in the center, and then she'll be really brilliant at the finish line too. So let's not judge her just by her start yet, I think, to be honest. But if it doesn't come true, I never said this, okay?
If she burns out too good too soon, too bad.
Too bad, and if she burns out too soon, I mean, really.
You know, for the book I wrote, Shah Rukh, I actually interviewed Pradeep Rishan, and I asked him why didn't he give you a bigger role? And he said that this film was about the vulnerability and the tenderness of youth, and you were already very confident. He said you were very smooth, and he said that, you know, in a sense, he was already in a heroic mold, and we didn't have any heroes in this film. Do you think a part of Alia's sort of appeal is the fact that she can combine the confidence with the vulnerability and the sort of tenderness of youth?
I think it will be compartmentalizing her too tight, if you just break it down to that. I think we just have to agree that she has an amazing insight, understanding of emotions. Age has nothing to do with it. It's a life. You know, you could have it at the age of 7 or 70. You may not have it. I think she has a good understanding. She must be observant. She must have always had this dream of being an actor, because I can see that passion. And I don't think I just come. She's so cute and innocent, and she acts so well. I think would just make it a little too easy to comprehend an actor of a caliber. I think we just need to let her have leeway that she has a lot to say through her eyes, through her nose, through her cuteness, through her hair. I mean, I'm really sorry. You know, I'd still feel awkward when people say, dimples ki wajah se chalta hai. I mean, there must be a little more to me. I like the dimples, but I think you need to really appreciate the fact that let's not compartmentalize her so soon and say, because she's vulnerable and she's such a good actor. She's just a very fine artist, and let's just enjoy her. And because, you know, if we keep saying this to her, she may get you know, standardized and start using the cuteness more, or, you know, say ki yaar ye bada acha hai, cute ho to cute hi rehti hu. Let her play different roles and go wrong. I keep telling her, please do some really bad acting too, and, you know, get to learn from that and move on. So I wouldn't compartmentalize her. I'll just bask in the beauty of her performances.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, genuinely I'm saying.
But where are you drawing these out of? Where are these amazing performances coming from? Is it just pure instinct?
I'm sorry, I get very uncomfortable when there's so much spoken about me, only because...
It's okay, I just said it because you asked, otherwise none of it is true.
Yeah. It is, no,
she's just a ditzy cute girl, and
yeah.
We like her because of that.
I don't know. I don't even think of it that way. You know, something he said today really stuck with me, and I really believe it now. After he said it, I said, yes, now I'm going to use it everywhere. You have to be good, and you have to draw emotions, because that's what you're supposed to do. If I'm supposed to draw emotionally from that character at that point, I'm supposed to give that performance, I'm doing it. Also, I genuinely give credit to the writing and the writers and the characters that are written for me, and I'm doing what I have to do with it.
You don't sort of analyze?
No, I find that terribly boring. And in fact, recently an actor, a friend, person, co-actor asked me, I want to see you prepare. So he said to me, when do you prepare? And I want to see you prepare. I said, but why? It's in my head. And number one, I'm not going to show you how I prepare. Why should I show you how I prepare?
I tell everyone, I do it in my sleep. Sleep with me, you'll.
So I just
That's my favorite pickup line.
Yeah, but no, you're changing your pickup line now.
वो तेरे लिए दूसरी थी, different girls, different.
But was there any moment while you're making Dear Zindagi where she did something that you were like, wow, where did you pull that out of?
Oh, many messages. Actually, you know, the first time only when she was sitting, I'm not a great actor, I'll be very honest. I wing a part of it. I worked for too many years, and yes, I have some emotional baggage that I carry and can take out a part of it when I'm called upon to do so. I think for whatever level of acting I know or an actor I am, an actor recognizes an actor. It's like, it's somehow you know, and like a dancer would recognize a dancer. Just seeing them on a dance floor, even just standing, this guy can dance.
You also know how hard it is, which we can never know.
Yeah, to nudify yourself, to be able to express. So when I was doing a reading in the evening when we reached in Goa, and I noticed that when she's reading it extremely flat. There is no attempt to try and, for herself or for me or for the director or for the reading, express it in terms of acting. And as she was doing it, I suddenly realized, I've not seen, don't take it wrong, I've not seen any of her films before this. And the first film I've seen is Dear Zindagi. And I'm going to see all her work now of the last 4 years and, you know, do a retrospect and all of it, all 8 films. And the ads, all the ads.
All the endorsements, the right number of them.
Yeah. So I suddenly realized, you know, when she came on the set, that it's not the preparedness, it's not wanting to impress. She feels things. You know, when she started doing those lines, she's not trying too hard. It flows easy. And for me, one of the greatest things an actor can have is to flow easy, because I don't flow easy.
What do you do?
I overdo it. I have my own issues with acting. And I recognize them. I can't overcome them. Sometimes I do, depending on the script or whatever, my state of mind. So I realize that, you know, the easiness with which she acts, it's so beautiful. And there is an essence. So it's not like she did a crying scene, which was 82 pages long, and she did it in one take, and she cried. Doesn't impress me. She's supposed to play tennis. So play tennis. I'm not impressed by that. Gabriela Sabatini. But I get really impressed by the small things, the reactions. Just a little bit of newness coming into something which was not required. And that's what actors should do. They should compete with each other. They should try to be better than each other. But the more important part is imbibe from each other.
Yeah.
You know, take it away because you can.
Shah Rukh, you, in all the interviews we've done, talked about how you are inherently schizophrenic. In a lot of interviews, Alia, you talk about having a face for every occasion. You said, I have a happy face, a sad face, a humble face, an enthusiastic face. So are actors just acting all the time? Do you find yourself doing that?
See, when you put it that way, it seems almost tiring that actors are acting all the time. But actually, it's more like actors are acting all the time. So it's like, it's fine to have these different faces and different emotions and different people. We are different people every day, and I like that, and I have no issue with that. And anybody who understands that is my friend, which is why I feel like he's my friend, because he understands that. Yeah, sometimes it does become when I'm suppose I'm feeling tired and I have to pretend to be exciting.
But even this is not only on camera. I'm talking about off camera.
I'm talking about off camera also.
Right.
Then sometimes it can be like, yeah, I don't want to do it. I just want to hide. You know. Then it can be. But then even then, there's an excitement in doing that. So I feel, am I making sense?
I know I can enter a party with Alia, like she said, the reason for friendship. I can enter a party and say, यहाँ पे fun की करते हैं मजा, यहाँ fun वाला करते हैं. Let's have fun in this party.
Yeah.
And we can have fun.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's just take a corner and act morose. Let's do that. Yeah, okay. We can do that. And it's not that you're acting and you're artificial all the time. When you're doing it for second nature.
Yeah,
you know, it's 18 hours a day. You're being someone else. There will come a time, at least for me, after 25 years, you don't remember who you are. You know, and I'm telling you genuinely, this is the truth. It's not that I'm trying to be someone. I try to be as honest as myself as possible in a lot of places. And I don't even know now the difference whether I'm being me or. So when I meet someone who understands this part, it's great fun. And it's not even taking somebody's case or if you're being artificial. It just becomes.
It's a part. I feel like it's the way it is supposed to be.
I read this wonderful conversation between Benedict Cumberbatch and Tom Hiddleston about exactly this same. Yeah, both lovely men. And they were talking about exactly this, that just the inherent weirdness of what you do, of the actor's life. You know, your fictitious characters in an imaginary world, you're projecting yourself out there all the time, then you have to do this and talk to people like me and create a narrative around the film and the conversation and the relationship. And then they said, you know, so Benedict asked Tom, how do you go back to being who you are? And Tom said, I literally go home and potter around, like literally geographically go back to London and potter around in my house and the books that I don't read and meet with family. How do you two go back to who you are? Or do you not, as you were saying, you don't know when you are you?
I mean, post a film, I take a 2-hour bath and say, okay, I rinse myself off. I rinse myself of that film. I do that, couple of hours.
Really?
I just stand in the shower. And I run out of, I don't even use soap, so I don't know what else to do, just stand under a shower. 2 hours I take a bath. I'm in the bathroom
You
for
don't
2
use
hours.
soaps?
I don't use shampoo and soap, I'm just naturally...
Naturally fruity?
Yeah. Yeah. And so I just take a bath. But doesn't rinse you off the character, whatever little level of characterization I have. As a matter of fact, I find myself more zombie-like when I'm like me now. I don't know what to do, so I'm just quiet. And I just watch inane television. When I stupidly just read a book, or I just write a bit, and I'm very quiet when I'm with myself.
Quiet.
That's me. That's why a lot of people tell me that, you know, I like to, oh, you must be so interesting. I'm not. Personally, I've become extremely boring because the characters I play are so interesting.
So it's like literally a retreat into silence?
Absolutely. I just go away, and my family understands that. My friends understand that. And they'll say, listen, Shaba, you come 2 hours late. Because I want, and I'm just sitting. And it's not that I'm, एक word use करते हैं, vegetating. I'm not even vegetating. मतलब even vegetable has more life than me at that point in time. I'm just being, and now I'm cooking. So I do that a little.
And eating.
I'll,
Cooking and eating.
Cooking and eating pasta and losing my six-pack. So I do things like that. I'll take photographs of chappals, of something, just sit down on my camera, which I have, a Leica camera. So I'll sit down and do that. And nothing, it's for nothing. I do nothingness when I'm being myself.
What do you do?
So initially it was more of like, oh, let's hang out with my friends, let's go meet that person, let's do that, let's do regular things. But then yeah, I also kind of succumbed to this.
Silence?
Because also earlier I realized I could not be alone. I started getting so used to people's company.
Problem, yeah.
And my father said, you have to enjoy your own company. And I said, okay, that's something that I've not been able to enjoy. And now I just love that. Like I love that moment. I'm just sitting, chilling, watching TV, just again doing the regular things and just being silent. I like it. It's nice.
You know, in the new book on you, you're like an author-inspiring machine.
Yeah.
So many books.
All of you have stopped me from publishing my own book. Every time I'm like, is saal to kar dunga, book comes out. So
one more comes out.
One more comes out.
So in that book, in fact, Mahesh said about you that you know, his bigness is not in his talent or his skills. It's in his ability to keep plowing on no matter what comes. So is that the mantra you might want to take back from this experience, is just keep swimming?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I also believe. And I think from time to time, my father's also used his example to me. The magic part of it. Like I really believe like my one word of a person, if somebody were to, like I don't like to word myself. If you like one adjective for yourself and all, I would not give myself that. But if somebody was asking what was the one adjective you will give for Alia, I want people to use the word magical or magic. That's the word he uses for him and I use for him also. So yeah, I believe that I would be able to do that and I want to do that as well.
Hi everybody, this is Shah Rukh Khan on Film Companion, and if you like this video, press the button and subscribe.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Hit the button, press the button. Press the button.
That's good.
Okay.
Same.